All right, on today's episode, we've got a special guest host, hence the blank screen. Make sure you stay tuned to see who that is. We've got our trivia, our 90s comedies top 5, our Ask a Sensei, our fight scene, and our ever popular joke of the week. Welcome back to the dojo, everybody. This is True Talk with TRUMOTION, where a couple of guys talk about how to make the world a better place and hopefully make your day a little bit better in the process. As you can see, we have a new special guest host today. We have the ever popular Sensei Tony Davis.
What's up?
Stephen is out of town, so we decided to fill his tiny shoes with bigger shoes. So
I don't know how much bigger they are, but
yeah. So, how's your week been, Tony? Obviously you're back in the dojo teaching a little bit more on Saturdays and helping out. But other than that, how's your week been hitting you?
yeah, things are really good. It's been really good to be back in the flow of things.
Yeah.
It's surprising how much you forget over, periods of time
Yeah.
of being away. And
You're like, I never thought I'd ever forget this. And
Yeah,
then all of a
it's
sudden
like,
you're I
oh,
can't believe I forgot this.
I've never forgot that. Or the biggest problem I have is, what I call form dyslexia.
Yeah.
When the students are like, hey, how about we do it's like, what form are you learning? I'm learning this. I'm like, okay, it goes like this. And they just stare at you and they're like, come on, this is what it is. And I'm like, actually, that's not kata 3. That's kata 5. And you're like, oh,
Hey, it's a
so
kata.
about that, it is a kata. So.
Shut up. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting how, man, when you've done something for so long, you think you'll never forget it.
Right.
But
right.
the second you stop doing it for a while, it goes right away. I remember I would do the fan form for my mom at retirement centers because she would play this like art music program for people in retirement centers.
Yeah.
And she's like, hey, I want you to do this fan form to this piano piece. I was like, okay. I was doing it like 3 or 4 times a month, it seemed like, with her. And then all of a sudden she stopped doing the shows and I stopped doing the fan form. I struggle remembering it.
Yeah.
And it's like, I never thought I'd forget it just because it's like, God, I was doing it so much. But once you stop, it's gone.
Just stop. Yeah. And then I just think it's part of how our brains operate, that if it's not something that you're constantly reaching in and touching on and everything else, your brain prioritizes it as something that's not important.
Yeah.
And then shifts it to the side. And
Exactly.
especially when you're starting to put other stuff in there and stuff that you're learning,
Mm-hmm.
you definitely start to lose that. But it's again, it's really nice to get back into the swing of things and
Yeah, for
be able
sure.
to enjoy that. So.
And you're rocking the Team Focus shirt.
Yes.
You'll be
Focus.
you'll be seeing our buddy Danny next weekend.
I know. I love Danny. Danny's
Danny's my favorite, one of my favorite humans.
no joke.
Yeah.
Such a genuine, awesome guy. I mean, It's just, yeah.
Shout out to you. Good job. Hopefully you wear your Eagles onesie to the tournament. Or
Yes.
better yet, wear your Eagles hat just to piss off Tyler. That'd be
Yeah.
great.
I mean, I hate to say it. Like some people, like you look at them and you're like, wow, you're really, really smart and you're intelligent and everything else, but you gotta have a mental, condition of being a Cowboys fan.
Ugh.
I know.
It's all right. We still love Tyler.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah. We love you, sir.
we're
We
not
love
all
Wade,
perfect,
too.
I guess.
That's his fatal flaw. That's his Achilles heel. All right, moving on with our show. Let's get into our Liam's Facts. All right, well, let's see. You didn't know last week's question, so let's see if you know the answer. What martial arts film won an Oscar for Best Foreign Film in 2001?
Ooh, I would probably say is that Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon?
That is correct.
Yes.
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon won an Oscar for Best Foreign Film in 2001.
That movie was no joke legit. It was.
It is interesting because that's when it really kind of introduced the wire fu to America, even though it had been going on in Asia for
forever.
So
I mean the artistic cinematography in that movie
Artistic or autistic?
The artistic, autistic's this guy.
Yeah.
But no, it was. I mean, it was just absolutely beautiful. The storyline behind it and the writing, and I really think that in today's day and age, especially in our post-COVID era, we're really lacking in like solid shows that have really good writing, that are there, that they let the writing take you across the journey of the movie. And a lot of people say, well, the audience might not understand. Well, if you assume that the audience isn't going to understand, they're not. And you're going to treat them like they're dumb, and your writing and everything else, your characters are going to be just vanilla blah.
Yeah. Honestly, my new favorite show now, and it's not very long. It's on Apple Plus or Apple TV. It's Chief of War.
Ooh, is that the one with
Momoa?
Jason Momoa?
Yeah, it's
Hawaii.
about the history of Hawaii and the Hawaiian Islands.
Yeah.
It is very, very good.
Yeah.
Very good. It's only 9 episodes. I don't know. I hope they do another season.
Yeah.
Because it kind of sets it up for it. Great show.
Yeah.
Great show. And they do it's like half and half, where it's like majority of the time when you're on the island, they talk in their the native tongue. I don't know what the language is called, the dialect, but they talk in that language.
Yeah.
And then they meet the pale skins, and then they start to learn English, but it's like majority of it's in the native tongue.
Dude, that's sick. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a way good show.
Yeah, there's when you find those hidden gems, and I honestly say hidden gems because the ones that become, like, again, that are pushed out there, that become super popular because of marketing and advertising and stuff like that, and it is cotton candy and bubble gum. You get flooded and inundated with those, and so when you find one that is super, super good, that it's such a delight to watch that type of stuff.
Yeah.
I feel the same way with, like, honestly, anything Christopher Nolan does.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
It
he
is
ain't too bad.
Yeah, he was okay.
He's all right.
There's he's done several and has actually brought in different writers and directors on some of his series, but it's more of like the thriller horror type genre. Michael Flanagan, who did Haunting of Hill House,
oh yeah,
Haunting of Bly Manor, Midnight Mass. He did such a good job in, I think Hill House was one of his first ones, and because I remember my brother told me, he was like, dude, you got to watch this. My brother's really good at finding these hidden gems of solid writing, solid storytelling. And it was wonderful because there was an episode that it literally took you through the emotions of suspense, being super intense, then all of a sudden you kind of see that, things are going to go in a certain direction. You're like, oh my gosh, like, okay, this is scary, everything else, all the way to the self-realization of like everything that happened in all of the other episodes coming up to that point. And you can start to see it and you're like, no, I don't want it to go this way, but it looks like it's going to go this way.
Yeah.
And then it does. And then it takes you through this roller coaster of like, it's intense. It's a thriller. It's kind of scary, everything else, all the way to, no, we shouldn't be doing this. Don't do this. Don't do this. All the way to the point. Like, and I will admit, yes, I might have started crying, and then I called up my brother and I cussed him out because I don't like shows that make me cry.
Yeah.
And he didn't even hesitate. I'm just like, I just started cussing at him on the phone, and he's like, dude, like, what's up? And I'm like, friggin' Hill House. And he paused. He says, yeah, you're at this episode, aren't you? He didn't even like,
yeah,
nope. And I'm like, yeah, I am. And he's like, yeah, that's rough. It's just like, I hate you, dude.
Yeah. All right. Well, this week's question, don't say the answer out loud, you can tell me during the break, is what country has the highest life expectancy? Again, the question is, what country has the highest life expectancy? Leave your answer in the comments down below, or email us at TrueTalkTuesdays@gmail.com. Also, make sure you like, subscribe, share the show. We're definitely going to try to push it a little bit more in terms of like trying to reach a broader audience. But make sure you go and support the show and leave your answer in the comments. Moving on to a word from our sponsor.
Yeah. TRUMOTION in motion, let's go. Gear up, stand tall, feel the flow. Kicking it strong with the best of the best. Streetwear fresh, put your style to the test. Karate vibes, yeah, we bring that heat. From tees to hoodies, keep it sharp, keep it sleek. T-shirt or hoodie, we got both. Subs for the grind, focus on growth. Stickers and swag, let the world know you rep style. Now let's go. TRUMOTION merch, yeah, we level up. Style so sharp, got that warrior's touch. Reppin' that swag, flex and wear it proud. Support TRUTALKS and wear it loud. Discipline, power, the heart of the fight. Your fit's gotta match your unstoppable might. Tigers and dragons, bold on the sleeve. Step in the dojo, they know you don't leave. Oh, step up, don't wait. Rock that fit, let's elevate. TRUMOTION merch, yeah, we level up. Style so sharp, got that warrior's touch. Rocking that drip, yeah, you own the crowd. Support TRUTALKS and wear it loud. Yeah, we reppin' strong, no fear, no doubt. TRUMOTION merch shop is what it's all about.
All right, thank you, sponsor. Make sure you go on, buy some merch, support the dojo store, and again, make sure you like, subscribe, share the show. Is there anybody you want to plug to try to share?
You
Can try to follow Tony if you can find him.
You can find me.
Yeah.
Don't find me. No, like the last time that I was here, I am a part of a choir orchestra organization.
Yeah, talk about them.
And it's called Millennial Choirs and Orchestra. They've been around for 15 years. I had no idea who they were, and they've been here in Utah for I want to say like at least 10 to 15 years. But it's a wonderful choir organization. We do have concerts that we do at Abravanel Hall. We do sell out of those concerts. So if you do look up at Abravanel Hall and look for the concert, when the tickets become live, get on there quick. I do believe that our last Christmas concert sold out in 24 hours for 4 concerts. And
so make sure you go.
Make sure you
find
go.
them, find the schedule, find when the
So,
tickets are released.
Yeah.
Buy a ticket,
It's freaking
support
awesome
the
and amazing.
concert, support the choir.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to our top 5. All right, this week's top 5 is 90s comedies movie.
Yes.
And
yes.
my God, that was a thing.
Yeah.
They were good.
They were, and again, like we were talking about before, having solid writing, very, very innovative, and imaginative,
and they weren't
stories.
PC.
No,
It's
they
like,
totally weren't PC.
You could basically
Totally weren't.
I don't want to say or do whatever you wanted, but there was none of this like, oh, you can't say that.
Right.
It's funny. Relax. It's a joke.
It's a joke,
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, who do you got for your top 5? Yeah, and obviously I've got like a mass ton of runner-ups, so
Oh, yeah.
you can have a ton of runner-ups.
My number one, and I don't think, fight me on this one, but even to this day, it's a show that you could still watch today. Yes, it's dated. Yes, it's older, but it would still stand up as just, in my opinion, just hilarious. People quote it all the time. It's Groundhog Day.
Groundhog Day.
Dude, Groundhog
Okay.
Day. Groundhog
Yeah.
Day. It was, yeah.
All right.
The best of a guy that like wakes up,
And repeats
a
the same
report
day.
and repeats the same day over and over and over again. Yeah.
Mhm.
I might use the quote, don't drive angry a little bit too often, but
There you go.
don't drive angry.
All right, so what else you got?
Okay. So then after that, my number 2 position, Office Space.
Office Space
And
is
it
a
might
good
be
one.
because I work in an office.
Now,
and
so now
yeah.
it makes more sense.
So now it
You're
makes
like,
more sense. Oh, like
I get it.
so much more sense. So much more sense.
I've tried watching it, and I have watched some of it. I haven't gone like start to finish the whole
right.
movie.
Right.
Probably because I don't get it, because I've never worked in an office. So it's like, when everybody's laughing, I'm like, I don't understand.
I felt the same way the first time I watched Monty Python Search for Holy Grail. I
Yeah.
just watched them like, this is the dumbest thing ever.
And then you rewatch it.
And
you're
you
like, this
rewatch
is the
it.
greatest show. That's
Yeah.
how I felt about Napoleon Dynamite.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that one was great.
Yeah. That was in the 90s, though.
It wasn't in the
unfortunately.
90s. It was not.
All right. What else you got?
Oh, dude, we've got Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber. Yep.
Dumb and Dumber's in there. Austin Powers.
Yep.
Austin Powers. Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore. Yep.
And so, yeah, I think that's my 5.
What do you got? Any runner-ups?
There were some runner-ups, and of course, this one, just because it is a cult classic, these two. Clerks
Clerks
and The Big Lebowski.
The Big Lebowski.
Both of those. I mean, I don't think Jeff Bridges can go anywhere without being called the dude.
The dude.
You know?
I'm the dude, man.
I mean, he's just like, yeah. I mean, even in movies that he does now, like his voice is the dude.
Yeah, you
it's
hear
just
you
who
close
he
your
is.
eyes and you're like, that's the dude talking.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
And
Like,
then he was so infamous that even Chris Hemsworth dressed up as the dude in the Endgame.
yep, yeah.
You can't tell me that they didn't get inspired by the dude.
No,
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
All right. Well, I got a mass ton of runner-ups. So here are some of my runner-ups. Blank Man.
Yes,
The Powers of the Handicap.
yes, yes.
It's very, very not. If you're highly offended, like, don't watch it.
Don't watch it.
It's funny. Biodome.
That one was funny
With
too.
Pauly Shore,
Oh my
yep.
gosh. Oh, dude, the Pauly Shores.
Yep. Naked Gun 2.5.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah,
Especially
Naked
now with
Gun.
the Naked Gun with Liam Neeson.
I haven't seen that one.
I haven't
heard
seen
it's
it
funny.
either, but
Half Baked.
yes.
Half Baked was funny. Happy Gilmore.
Yep.
Mallrats.
Mallrat,
along
another
the term with
Kevin
Clerks.
Smith. Yep.
Kevin Smith. I've also got There's Something About Mary.
Yes. Oh,
That
yeah,
one's
these-
great. Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Yes.
Basketball. Yeah.
Yes.
Encino Man.
Yeah. Give another Pauly Shore.
Another Pauly Shore
I mean, come
movie. The South Park movie. Bigger, larger, uncut. Okay, so now those are all like runner-ups, so you can see how like good 90s comedies
Yeah.
were. They're amazing. I mean, shoot, we'd even talk about like Billy Madison.
Oh
Like
yeah.
any of that stuff. Most of the Chris Farley movies.
Yes.
But I got Tommy Boy.
Tommy Boy.
Tommy Boy. Did I catch a niner in there?
It's calling from a walkie-talkie.
Sure. Plenty of people go to school for 10 years. They're called doctors. Great movie. Friday.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
You just got knocked the fuck out. And it's funny because every now and then you'll find like it's coming around in like memes and stuff like that where you got the guy who plays Debo.
Yep.
And he's like, you know, whatever my father told me, quit being a bitch and come on. He was like, yep, okay. Dumb and Dumber. I got Dumb and Dumber too.
Yep.
Also not Dumb and Dumber 2. Dumb and Dumber also.
As well. Yeah.
Did you ever watch the prequel when
I-
Harry met Lloyd?
I didn't. Just
It was
because
pretty funny.
It was like
It was all right. Shia LaBeouf's in it.
Yeah.
Young Shia LaBeouf. I thought it was decent.
Yeah.
It was decent. Wayne's World.
Oh,
Yeah.
how could
Wayne-
I forget that one?
Wayne's World.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Extreme close up.
Hey, Garth.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? Like, yeah. Oh,
And then
dude.
I also had Austin Powers.
Austin Powers.
I remember.
Powers
Oh
was-
God, I remember seeing it in the theaters. We went to the. Well, it wasn't the Regal at the time, but or
Mhm.
I don't know. No, the AMC on Redwood.
Okay.
Near 90th. I
Yeah,
remember going there whenever whatever it was called. And I remember once the opening credits rolled and they started singing and dancing, dude, I lost it. I'm like, this is one of the funniest movies I've ever seen.
So, and I think that's one thing that we're seriously missing by way of like comedic, comedic films and everything else is that there is a solid genre of parody films.
Oh yeah.
Mel Brooks was like no joke the wizard and master at that. I mean, we had
Oh,
Spaceballs for
When
crying
did
out loud.
Spaceballs come out?
I wanna
that
say
in
it was the
90s?
80s.
Okay, I was gonna say because I didn't see it in. I think it was the 80s.
I'll look that up.
Yeah, we're gonna look that up. Spaceball 2 is coming out.
Oh yes, and the
Ugh.
fact that like John Candy's son is reprising the
I
role
didn't
as
know that.
Barf. Yeah,
That's awesome.
dude. Like that kind of warmed my heart because John Candy was, and it's unfortunate when you lose people that. And again, I don't know John Candy. I never met
Yeah.
him, but he always seemed like the type of guy, just from what you see on film and stuff like that, and it's like Saturday Night Live, that he loved comedy, but he was also like a genuine person.
Yeah, he
as
seemed
well.
like an actual, like
just an actual good guy,
actual dude. Yeah,
probably a lot like Robin Williams was.
yeah.
Where you're
Yeah.
just like you're a great guy. Even though like you're battling demons and stuff like that, but oh my gosh,
How did John Candy die of a heart attack?
I think so. Yes.
I hope it wasn't drug related. I know he was overweight, but
yeah, and so
yeah, Mel Brooks is awesome. He's funny.
But yeah, but like all of those genre movies that were like they would like poke fun. I mean,
Yeah,
Austin Powers is poking fun at like the James Bond movies.
Yep.
All of them.
Yep.
With every single trope of like this hypersexualized male lead protagonist that
Yeah.
and Mike Myers took it to the point where it's like we're gonna make him disgusting too, but yet still gets all the hot women.
Fat Bastard is one of my favorite characters. God, he's
87.
80. Okay, so we couldn't
87.
put Spaceballs in it. But all right, well, let us know what your favorite 90s comedies are. And if we missed any, I know we've missed some, but let us know which ones we missed. But I love comedy movies. They're the best. But moving on to our Ask a Sensei. All right, well, it's funny. We were actually just talking off camera, and we're like, hey, we need to get our brand recognition. I'm drinking a C4. But if I were to drink this C4, obviously you can tell I can't. So if you're into marketing out there, why in the hell would you put the label or the brand name right against the face of the person drinking it? They already know what they're drinking. Put it back here. Put the nutritional value in their face so maybe they won't drink it.
Yeah.
So-
True Talk brought to you by
Yeah.
White Monster. If you ever
Or-
want to know what the taste of happiness is like,
Actually, no,
White
it's
Monster.
C4 watermelon.
or C4
Jolly
watermelon,
Rancher.
Jolly Rancher
Yep,
watermelon.
oh, there we go. That
Yep.
is. All right. Okay. So the first question, we've been doing some themes with slang themes.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So your
6, 7.
your slang for the week is medieval night slang.
Medieval night slang.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Last episode we did founding fathers into Urban Dictionary. So this week it's medieval slang. So term number 1, and I'm probably going to butcher a lot of these, is Culver. Culver.
And if you had an S on it, it's a burger joint
Yeah.
that my kids love.
Yes, Culver's.
Culver's.
Is great. Culver.
Culver.
Yeah. So if a night came up and they used the term Culver towards you in a conversation, it would mean a term of endearment.
Really?
Yes.
Oh. I was going somewhere else with that. I was like, it's probably somebody who digs a ditch.
Yeah.
Like-
Again, some of them you're like, okay, that I
Yeah,
can
that
see that, and
stands.
then some of them you're like, what?
Yeah.
Honestly, a lot of these are like units of measurement, but like bushel.
Yeah. Bushel's a unit of measurement.
But what? How much?
Uh,
Because you always hear it like, oh, a bushel of this. It's actually dry measure,
yeah.
and I'll even break it at how many gallons.
How many gallons? I'd probably say, because I've seen an actual size of a bushel. So I'd probably say like maybe 10.
Ooh, close. 8.
8. Yeah.
8.
Yeah.
Very
It
close.
was between like 5 to 10. Because
Yeah.
I remember seeing what an actual bushel was. And I was
Yes.
like, oh, yeah.
Okay,
you know.
a bushel is dry measure 8 gallons.
Yeah.
Okay, cannon. And not like the blast off stuff. Cannon.
Well, I know we also use that by way of like, lore.
Yeah. Yeah, in timelines.
Timeline.
And
It's a canon event.
yeah, exactly. It's not too far off. I mean, it does deal with like things supposed to being a certain way.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a law or body of laws of a church.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now-
Okay,
yeah, now
next
that you say
one.
that.
Furlong.
Oh,
another
furlong's
unit,
yeah,
unit
it's
of
a,
measurement.
Naval unit of measurement. It's depth.
220 yards or 14 rods, whatever rods are.
Chains, rods. That's a unit of measurement for length and distance.
Okay.
It's what they used to use for and I know this because I had to memorize what chains and rods were, even though we don't use any of that in Utah, which
Exactly.
is super nice because I don't have to actually memorize it. It's like, no, I just use, feet and acres.
There you go.
So, yeah.
All right, next one, another unit of measurement, league.
Oh, league is a unit of distance.
Yes.
And yeah, so like
It's
when it's 20,000 leagues under the sea, that's not 20,000 leagues down. It's
around. So it's, and again, it's not very precise. It's between 1 1/4 or 1 1/3 and 3 miles.
Yeah.
Is a league. Okay, Mark.
is you.
Yes, that is me. Correct, but not in medieval terms.
lead. So a mark would be, if I remember right, is a unit of money.
Yes, it's money worth 13 shillings.
Yes. Yep.
And we're not even going to go into shillings.
Yeah. No.
Okay. 100. Not a unit of money.
Not a unit of money. It's what I do every day. I keep it 100.
Keep it 100. There you go. So that would be translating into modern terms, which they have nothing to do with each other.
Nothing to do with each other.
100 is a subdivision of a shire.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I had to
okay.
use that definition because the next one has that in the definition, and you will hear this term, and it's terrible in modern times, but they used it all the time in medieval times. Rape.
Hold on. It is well, I know like rapeseed is a type of plant, but it's where we get canola oil from.
No, it has nothing to do with cooking or measurements or anything like that.
I don't.
Rape is a Sussex equivalent of 100.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I saw
Cool,
that
cool,
and I was
cool.
like, oh, that'd be cool. But then I was like, we haven't explained 100 yet.
Yeah.
So those are some,
Oh, I'm gonna go out and buy 5 rape.
yeah,
You know,
exactly.
it's
You're
like what? Like
hey,
I need to plant more. Need to plant more to eat for the family.
yes,
You know, it's
exactly.
like okay.
So that's your daily dose of medieval terms for the week. And next one, we'll try to get some more terms.
Sweet.
But all right, moving on to the next question. Question number 2. What do you got?
So, and I've been thinking about this when you asked me, to come on out, and I mean, there's so many things that I was thinking like, oh yeah, we could talk about this, I could talk about that. But when it kind of came down to it, it's like, okay, well, our target audience are people who, hopefully, it's like a whole bunch of people.
Yes.
Majority of people are going to be martial arts people, and my question of the week is, why is it that we, for some reason, and I'm not going to say like it's an American thing or anything. I think it is a human condition that we have an extremely hard time delaying gratification.
I think that's a modern thing. I don't think,
You think it's a modern thing?
I think it's a modern thing
Okay.
because we've been conditioned to have things like instantly.
Okay.
Okay. Because think about it in terms of like the invention of fast food,
Mm-hmm.
the invention of like home video,
Right.
the invention of like computers. I mean, we've been conditioned to, hey, if we want to know something or if we want something, we can get it within however long we need to take to find it or do it.
Right.
And usually it's fairly quick.
Right.
Things where that does not apply, a lot of times people will tell you like, oh, well, I can, like, let's take college. Okay. Or, that's one everybody can understand. A lot of like our parents and that generation, it's like you had to go to college to get a good job. Okay. Or a high paying job. So that was like, hey, you need to go, you need to go, you need to go. And they went and they did their time. They got their degree. They got a good job. And then all of a sudden, a few generations down the line, they're like, well, this is taking too long. I can get out on my own and start making money faster without this. So I'm just not going to do that.
Yeah.
So they, all of a sudden, they're just like, well, you know what? I can go faster. I'm not going to wait on someone else's timeline. I'm going to go on my own timeline. So I think the adage of we've been conditioned to want things faster is societal. Okay.
Okay. I definitely I can see where you're coming from on that one. And again, like it's a question that, you know, even as I was making the question and everything else, figuring out what I wanted to ask, it's so multifaceted.
Yeah.
I mean, I would love just to like put my finger on one thing and be like, it's this one thing, and be like, and if we're able to fix this one thing, everybody would be able to have the, you know, desire to push out, you know, delay that gratification, push out the reward that we're going after for the work that we have to put in today. Unfortunately, I don't think it's that easy. And I've thought about this a lot, especially because you hear so many people say, you know, when somebody achieves success, oh, I mean, they just woke up and got that today. You know, they just did this and they got that today. One of my, you know, there's several people that have, you know, probably pretty famous people that if I ever met them, like the first words out of my mouth are like, hey, it's nice to meet you, blah, blah, blah. You're so cool. I want to cook food and like have you over my house and like just chill. You know, and Chris Bumstead is one of them, you know, 6-time Mr. Olympia champion and everything else. You look at someone like that and you're like, well, yeah, like he won 6 times. I mean, of course he's going to win.
He's got good genetics.
He's got good genetics.
Yeah.
You know, like he's tall, you know, and everything else. You know, do genes play a part in his overall size? Okay. You know, some people might say, well, he's on gear. Okay. You know, how much is that going to really help?
I was going to say, a lot of people have this misnomer of testosterone.
Oh,
that the fact that like if you inject testosterone and you're going to turn jacked.
Yeah.
No,
or even like steroids and everything else like that. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
You still have to put in the work.
Exactly. Testosterone won't build muscle for you. You need to go through the work of actually building muscle.
Yeah.
Testosterone will help, and steroids will help with like recovery and stimulating it a little bit quicker, but you still got to put in the work.
Yeah.
If you have a crappy work ethic and a crappy diet, it ain't going to do nothing.
Yeah. Well, and again, following up with that, you know, because I was thinking about that, just like, and again, you know, being very introspective about my own journey with so many different things that are going on in my life. You know, I have honestly been trying to put on more muscle mass, and as you can see, I'm huge.
We actually had to like widen the screen just for
put on the fisheye lens to make me, you know, fit me in, because I have a hard time fitting through doors.
Well, just know that the second you start lifting, you will be forever small.
That's true. Bro science.
You'll never be big enough.
Yeah. But it's one of those things that, like, you know, everybody starts off the race with all of the good intentions and all the energy and everything else to go ahead and succeed. And then a week later comes around and then something pops up that is going to interrupt that plan that you have. You know, again, Mike Tyson said it the best. Everybody's got a plan until you get punched in the face.
Yeah.
And that's not just a fighting term. That's just a life term. You know, everybody's got a plan to succeed until something comes and disrupts that plan.
Yeah, exactly.
So as I look at it, and again, I was kind of thinking about this by way of, you know, the delayed gratification for, and I would love to say that it's a modern thing, but I think it's been going on for forever.
Because people don't like to be uncomfortable.
Exactly. And if you want to go after something, if you want something in your life that's going to be awesome and amazing, you are going to have to work hard for that for a very long period of time.
Yeah. Anytime you're going to obtain growth in whatever fashion you want, whether it's physical, mental, spiritual, financial, fill in the blank.
Yeah.
Anytime you want to experience growth, there has to be a level of pain.
Yes. Yeah.
Growth is painful.
Yeah.
That's why they call it growing pains. It hurts. And you have to be willing to deal with that discomfort to get to a place that you want to be.
Right.
So,
and that's the thing that's really kind of fascinating and interesting to me is, you know, and I've gone through a little bit of a journey from, you know, being, I wouldn't say extremely heavy. To me, it was the heaviest I had ever been, to losing, you know, 45 pounds and actually building muscle mass in that same time frame. I've done a pretty good job of maintaining where I'm at and everything else, and just got back with my coach and everything else to get back on board, to try to hit maybe another 10 or 15 pounds of body fat off while growing and increasing and maintaining the muscle mass I have. Well, that means that in order to hit those metrics, it's like, okay, well, you have to resistance train 4 to 5 days a week. You have to do low steady state cardio for at least an hour a day. You have to then start eating differently. Your life has to change. You have to start doing things in a different manner than where you were at before. And I would agree with you with the fact that I think in today's day and age, we have a lot of entitlement mentality that's pushed out on everybody. Like, you are entitled to have this certain thing. Like I had a bad day today. I deserve. No, you don't. I had a bad day today. I need this. I had this. I want this. It's like, okay, great. But you do realize that the choices you're making are exactly why you're where you're at today. And, it's like, well, I want it to change. It's like, okay, honestly, I would love to be 170 pounds at like 7% body fat. Ripped, shredded, dried, cut, go do, a men's physique bodybuilding competition and win. It would be super fun for me, Okay, well, what are you going to do to get there? Well, are you just going to can you just wave a magical wand and I could just be that? No, and I hear it from, a lot of different people, especially when I was running, martial arts studio. When you get students, everybody wants to be a black belt. Everybody wants to get that black belt because it is, the culmination of years of training and hard work and the blood, sweat, and tears that you put on the mat to get to that, to achieve that thing, and then they get to about blue belt, and they're like, oh, I've been doing this for so long. And that desire, that drive starts to dry up. And and again, this is kind of where it's like, where does the focus go? What causes us to lose the focus on what we want and slows us down from achieving it?
I think it's two things. One, people don't want to take accountability. They want to blame somebody else for the lack of what they have. Or like, oh, well, I just don't have the money for the diet, or I don't have the money for this, or, oh, nobody told me how to do. Everybody's looking for, in fact, we actually talked about this the other day. Everybody's looking for a finger to point at somebody. Instead of being like, you know what, I just made a bad choice. Now, just because you made a bad choice doesn't mean you're a bad person or you're in a bad environment. This means you made a bad choice. Recognize the bad choice. Be like, all right, I'll learn from it and move on. Everybody tends to dwell on it. The second reason is I hear this a lot. Well, I'm just not motivated. Okay. Motivation, by the way, is garbage. Okay. I saw a video. I can't remember her name. I'm sorry. I apologize. This is not my idea. This is someone else that I've heard. A lot of people say you need to be motivated to get moving. But in term, it's the actual opposite. You have to get moving to get motivated. Okay. Motivation is fleeting. Okay. One day you'll wake up and be like, God, I'm super motivated. And then 12 o'clock comes around and you're like, God, I'm tired. I'm just going to go back to bed. Okay. That's where discipline kicks in. Okay. So I agree. I think it's one of those things to where people just need to start taking an introspective look in the mirror, which they don't want to because it's painful. Because now they have to realize, okay, I am where I am because of me, whether that's good or bad. You say that term and everybody always associates it with bad. No, look at the most successful people. They're the most successful people because of actions they took. Now, did they have help along the way? Of course they did. I mean, I'm listening to a book right now that says Never Eat Alone. And it talks about how in order to become the place that you want to success-wise, you have to do it with people. Okay. But you ultimately have to make the decision. So,
well, and I mean, and again, because I follow this person, whether you agree with him politically or not, I think you should be able to set that aside. But let's dial the clock back 10 years. It's now 2015. Okay. Tesla's a fledgling car company that is struggle busing its way through life. The Model S that they had back in the day, or no, sorry, the Roadster that they had back then was, you know, they were having production problems and everything else. I mean, Elon Musk legit slept on the, you know, like the manufacturing floor on the line, you know, because he was at the factory 24/7. And so many people look at him today like, oh, well, he's too rich. He's too this. He's too that. It's like, okay, but he had a dream. He had a passion, and he pushed it.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, did they make mistakes in producing the vehicles? 100%. 100%. The Model 3 came out, and it's what he called production hell. Like, they couldn't keep up with the orders. They were having production problems and everything else. If he were to quit, you know, and just say, well, I guess the electric car is just too hard, we can't do it, we wouldn't be here today. If Steve Jobs would have, you know, after he was kicked out of Apple, you know, in the late 90s, you know, and, you know, was like, well, I'm done. I guess I failed at Apple.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We would not have the iPhone. We would not have the iPod. We would not have iTunes, whether you feel that's a good thing or a bad thing. You know, the way that the Mac and everything else is designed today, you know, all of those things came because somebody looked at their failures. They had that honest introspection. They looked at themselves in the mirror and said, okay, why am I failing?
Yeah.
What is going on? Well, I did all of these things that are wrong. Is that bad? No, it's not. I just did those things that were wrong. Okay, good.
I just fix them.
Pick one.
Yeah.
Don't pick them all. You can't, I mean, nobody will be able to pick every single thing that you screwed up yesterday and fix it today so that you will have a perfect day.
Yeah, no, but you will be able to fix all of them over time.
All of them over time?
Exactly.
Yeah. Just pick one.
But you just
pick one thing.
Because we're not meant to multitask.
No.
Okay, so you pick one thing at a time and go after it. So that's what I encourage you guys to do is pick one thing you feel like you struggle with, and that's okay. Be like, all right, today I'm going to work on that one thing. And all it needs to do is get 1% better. Okay, then that's a good day.
And I think like there's an awesome phrase, and I can't remember where I heard this. If anybody knows out there, let us know. But it's a question you should ask yourself. Am I better today than I was yesterday?
Yeah.
And that's all that matters.
They talk about that in Naruto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't think it's from Naruto, but they do talk about it in Naruto.
It's probably like ancient Chinese
yeah,
wisdom from
ancient
somewhere.
Chinese proverb.
But yeah, no, I mean, it's, and again, with, you know, because I do lift weights and I do try to like get in better shape because I do have an ideal of what I want myself to be. And you listen to a lot of bodybuilders and stuff, and body dysmorphia is probably just as like, if not worse, in that industry for men and everything else.
It is worse because they know what they can be and they're not there.
Well, and then the thing that sucks, and for anybody who lifts, you'll understand, you'll go and you lift and you get the pump because the muscles fill up with blood and fluid and everything else, you know, right after your workout, you go to get changed and you're like, oh my gosh, like, dude, my delts are looking good. My pecs are looking good. Biceps, dude, freaking, have you seen my back lately? Just freaking, it's all this was popping and everything else. I look good. You know, and you're just really proud of yourself because it's like it takes so long to build muscle mass. You know, like if you're not on gear and everything else and you've got everything dialed in perfect, you might be able to gain 10 pounds a year of muscle mass. So, oh yeah, you know, like I'm like, it's super hard to build this and I'm looking good. And then you get dressed and everything else and you go from the gym, go back to your job. And that's kind of what I do. You know, or you go home, everything else later that night, you're like, I'm going to change, get ready for bed, everything else. And, you know, take your shirt off and everything's deflated. And you're like, what happened?
Yeah.
What, like, I was definitely bigger than this when I was in the, you know, gym. Mm-hmm. And I think that's where it kind of comes from. But yeah, like, okay, cool. Who cares? Who cares if like all of a sudden now you look deflated? Okay, good. Were you better than you were yesterday? Yeah, well, yeah, I did 2 more reps on bench. I did 2 more reps on this. I added 5 pounds here. Okay, cool. Whatever.
Yeah, nobody's ever going to be 100% all the time.
No.
So
no.
Just keep pushing through, delay that gratification, and you'll get to where you want to be eventually. But moving on to the next question. All right, question number 3. This one is a kind of this or that. Okay, we've got two legendary movie stars. Who had the better film career?
B.
Okay,
Movie star
Arnie.
B. Oh, no.
Arnie versus Stallone. So I'm going to give you one movie of each,
Okay.
and you have to say who had the better movie.
Okay.
Now this is your list.
Okay.
This is nobody else's.
All right. All right.
Okay. Category 1 or first duo.
First duo. Okay, let's do this.
Predator versus or Rambo.
Oh, hell. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
No, Rambo 1, not Rambo 2, 3, or 4.
Yeah, the original Rambo. Yeah, okay.
First Blood, I should say.
First Blood. No,
Yeah. Or who had
You
the
know.
better accent?
Dude, no joke, right? You're gonna kill everybody. And then you
Exactly.
go, aye. You know?
All right, so you got Predator or Dutch versus John Rambo.
Dude, I've got to go Predator just
Yeah.
because.
Honestly, I'm right there with you. I love
know.
Rambo, but like the Predator series is like one of my favorite series. I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's a great movie.
Yeah.
So we got one for Arnie.
Yeah.
Next category
Okay.
or next duo: Running Man versus Demolition Man.
But they were done at like almost like 10 to 15 years apart.
Yeah, but they're both like sci-fi.
They're kind of like that.
Well, they are sci-fi.
They are sci-fi.
Yeah. One goes one extreme, the other goes the other extreme, but they both kind of deal with this like government overreach and again, they're both really good. If you
both
haven't
really
seen
good.
Running Man, they're
Yeah.
actually remaking it. It's
Yeah. Who's
Glenn Powell.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I love Glenn Powell.
Yeah.
He's such a goofball. I'm gonna have to go with Demolition Man on
I am
that
too.
one.
I like Running Man, but
Yeah.
Demolition Man is
was
such a great movie.
because not only did they have like that future dystopian of overrule and the 3 shells and everything else.
Yeah.
Oh, these shells are.
Yeah.
Can't
cuss.
You can't cuss.
They have
I mean, unless you
radio-
need toilet paper,
Yeah, unless
then
you
you
need toilet
cuss
paper.
to get toilet paper,
Yep.
so you can wipe yourself.
All right, so we got 1-1. Next one, Commando or The Expendables?
I got to go with the Expendables because
Yeah.
I love the ensemble cast idea,
Yep.
and the fact that that Sly he put all those people together,
Mm-hmm.
and you could tell the people that he liked working best with because they came back in the second one.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh yeah, all these people are great.
Mickey Rourke out, gone.
Bruce Willis out.
But he was in the second one, but he didn't make the third one.
Didn't make the third one.
Yeah, because he's green lazy.
He's doing good and lazy.
Yeah, I agree. I would go with the Expendables too. I think Commando had better one-liners.
Yeah, I agree.
For sure.
I agree, but
Blew off some steam, Bennett. Yeah. All right, so we got 2-1.
you son of a bitch. No,
Okay. Next one, Kindergarten Cop or Stop or My Mom Will Shoot.
Oh, Kindergarten Cop. Sorry.
Yeah, I agree.
Sorry.
Kindergarten
Yep.
Cop.
Yep.
Yeah. It's not a Duma. Okay, we got 2-2. Okay, next one. Conan the Barbarian or Rocky.
Oh man.
Because these are like kind of their first breakout roles.
Right. I don't want to do Arnie dirty, but I'm gonna have to say Rocky. just
Rocky's more
because-
iconic. Like he's in the Boxing Hall of Fame as a fictional character.
Yeah,
Plus, I'm rocking the Eagles. Like I got to go with Rocky.
You gotta get, well, not only that, but like by way of, if we're gonna be looking at the two actors themselves, I mean, Sylvester Stallone really pushed hard and worked hard for Rocky.
Yeah.
No,
I agree.
He basically did that whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so on that point alone, I have to go Rocky.
Yeah, I'm going Rocky too.
Yeah.
So now it's what is it? 3-2.
So I hit my mic.
3-2. Yes. This one may honestly, I don't know. I think I know where it's going for me. Raw Deal or Cobra?
Alex, I will take 2 movies that I've neither seen.
Really?
I haven't
Okay,
seen
so
either one of them.
Raw Deal is they both kind of have their like vengeance like storyline.
Yeah.
But Cobra's way better.
Oh, is it?
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
It'll
yeah.
be on it's on my list now.
He had better one-liners. She drives a bitchin' car. He always has a toothpick in his mouth. He wears the same outfit the whole time.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Yeah, Cobra.
Cobra.
You need to watch Cobra.
Okay.
Oh, so we'll just discount that one.
Yeah.
So you've got 3
3-2.
3-2.
Yeah.
Stallone wins.
Stallone wins.
Stallone wins.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would dare say Stallone's had the better Hollywood career.
Yeah.
For the fact that he's done writing, he's done directing, he's done a lot more than just Arnie has. Arnie's like iconic worldwide because of his bodybuilding, all of his stuff, and being the governor.
Yep.
So, but I would dare say that Arnie's got the better.
And like Stallone's still running the show.
He's still cranking stuff
the
out.
King of Tulsa.
Yeah, Tulsa King.
Tulsa King. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And he's
that's a
freaking
great
great in that.
Yeah.
I mean, and he's still big.
Yeah.
I mean, good grief.
That's that HGH.
To get, sign me up.
Yeah.
I mean, brother needs some help. As you can see through the camera, like the camera is supposed to add 5 pounds, 10 pounds. I would like that. As you can see, like there's no 5-10 pounds on it.
Please add 5-10 pounds to Tony, please. But let us know who you think had the better film career, the legendary Arnold Schwarzenegger or Sylvester Stallone. But moving on to our 4th and final question. Question number 4. What do you got?
Okay, so question number 4 is, and again, probably more of a deep question that I probably should have brought.
That's all right.
Why is it so difficult for people to look at the happy and the positive? And I
look at the happy in the positive?
No, happy and the positive.
Oh.
So we all know people. I mean, trust me, for the past...
Oh, I know people that doesn't matter what's going on. They're always that negative Nelly.
Yeah. So it's the Eeyore. I mean, so much so that we had a book written about it with Winnie the Pooh and everything else. Like you have a character that is built around the fact, whoa.
I think it goes back to the accountability. Because if they can't find happiness in others, then that gives them justification for not being happy in themselves.
Yeah.
I personally believe that.
Yeah.
But the dumb thing is like, if you genuinely find joy in other people's happiness, guess what you're going to get more of?
Yeah.
You're going to get more happiness and joy.
Right.
So if you celebrate the wins in others, guess what's going to happen to you? You're going to get some wins too.
Yeah.
That doesn't negate that you have to work.
Right.
But like, let's take it to the weightlifting thing. When you're like stoked when somebody hits a new PR, you're just instantly instilling that in yourself. And the next thing you know, you hit a new PR.
Right.
PR is personal record, by the way.
Yeah.
So,
I listened to a lot of Mike Israetel. For those of you guys know, with Renaissance periodization, it's awesome. Check out his channel. But he was talking about his wife, who she has a PhD and everything else. Super smart. They're both of them super smart people. But it's kind of funny because his wife took her friend to an actual bodybuilding gym. And when I say an actual bodybuilding gym, I'm not talking like a Vasa. I'm not talking like a Planet Fitness.
yeah.
I'm not talking about any of those EOS or anything else. I like an actual bodybuilding gym where the dumbbells go above 80 pounds. And her friend was super nervous because she gets there, and the people that are there have been bodybuilding for 10, 15, 20 plus years. They're huge. They're literally the size of the doorway, and it's intimidating if you're not, if
But they're
going to
be the biggest ones to help you.
She came out, she was like, I've never felt that way going to the gym before.
Yeah.
Like every single guy was like, like the big guys were in there like, oh yeah, like it's so good to see you. Oh man, you're going to be great.
Man, you killed that
Oh,
set.
you're killing
Good
it.
job.
You're doing well. And she's like, dude, I'm like doing a fraction of what you're doing. And as they are, because they understand the journey. They understand like, yeah, we all started where you're at.
Yeah.
Like everybody who, who gets big, they all have that one photo that they post up somewhere that's like, the reason why I got big was because that was me.
Yeah.
and
90%
they-
of them are Arnie.
Yeah.
Or Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, like they've got the goal, but then they'll have the picture of themselves when they were small.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like this was me when I was small. And we all know that journey, and we all know how much it sucks. You know,
Yeah.
There was right after my house burned down. We were staying at this friend of ours. He had this full like mother-in-law basement apartment, and his daughter was, you know, she was actually living in the basement apartment, then moved upstairs so that we could live down there. And it was during the summer, and you know, my daughter was you know younger at the time, and she's outside and running around, and her name is Sarah, and you know, my daughter comes up to Sarah and she says, I love the summertime because that's when the sun comes out. When the sun comes out, my freckles get on my face and everything else. And we just kind of laughed because it's like a little kid thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, yeah, she's like, that's awesome. I've got funny freckles on my legs. And she was wearing shorts and looked down, and she had all these white speckle spots down the fronts of her shins. And I was like, that's kind of weird. Those aren't freckles. And because they were like white, there's no pigment there at all. Like, tanned legs, white spots. And my daughter was like, that's cool. That's really special. And just kind of ran off and went off to play. And I sat there and I just looked at her and I'm like, where'd those come from? And she says, it's what happens when you're in a helicopter and it crashes in Alaska and your snow pants melt to your legs.
Yeah.
And I just sat there. I was like, oh. Kind of chuckled and said, that sucks. And she smiled and looked at me and she says, you know, there's a lot of things I've experienced in life that I can't really talk about with people around here in the area because they haven't gone through stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And when she said that, it was one of those like eye-opening moments that, and it reminded me that there are people who are out there who you will meet who've gone through like really tough, horrific things.
Mm-hmm.
And they will be the people who will sit with you in that misery because they've been there.
Because they've already done it.
Yeah. And again, they're the same people, I think. And I really try to be this way, you know, now. They will be the same people that will be your biggest cheerleaders.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, they will be the same people that will be like, yes, like this sucks now. This sucks right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's awful. It's hard, you know, and a lot of them, you know, it's kind of funny because the ones that have been through a lot of stuff, you know, there's platitudes that we say, you know, like, oh, it'll be better. Just wait. Time will make it, you know, time heals all wounds. It's like, no, it doesn't, you know, but right now, this is hard.
Makes it tolerable.
Yeah. This is hard right now.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? I'm going to sit with you and we're just going to work through this one day at a time.
Yeah. I mean, we've had to deal with that with, the passing of Liam and other students, parents, and just people we know.
Yeah.
And it's one of those to where it's like, it sucks right now.
Yeah.
It hurts. But don't shy away from that.
Right.
Because you'll always still have that grief and have that baggage you're carrying. But the more you carry it, the easier it gets.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
again, you know, kind of going back to the original question of like, why is it that it is so difficult for us
mm-hmm.
to focus on the happiness, to focus on the good. And I think there might be, and again, this is from my own experience, you know, like there might be some, you know, guilt or shame that it's like, well, I shouldn't be feeling good about this.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be feeling good or remembering the good happy times, you know, good happy times teaching Liam, you know, I shouldn't because, you know, he's gone, everything else, you know, it's like, okay, like, yes, sit with that grief.
Yeah.
Let it wash over you.
Yeah.
Like, you know, Tyler Perry, you know, said it best was he was on Oprah doing something and, you know, and someone was talking about their relative passing and it was kind of hard for them. And they started to kind of get emotional about it and tried to suppress it so they could ask the question. He was like, no, stop. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah.
He's like, I learned, you know, had some horrible things happen. He tried to suppress that grief, but guess what? Grief does. Grief just waits.
Yeah.
Grief's just going to wait until you slow down enough and then it's going to punch you in the face.
Yeah.
And it's going to punch you over and over and over again until it's done with you.
Yeah.
But that still does not mean that you can't be happy. And that's and I've learned because of things that have happened in my personal life over the past 5 years. Mark knows here more than anybody.
Yeah.
Things are super hard. I mean, things can get super hard.
Yeah, they can.
And once you slide down that slope of, I don't even want to call it negativity. It's just sadness, really what it is.
Well, just negative thoughts.
Negative thoughts.
Yeah.
Your life is flipped, turned upside down,
Yeah.
and you feel like you're drowning.
Yeah.
And you can't, like that's probably the best analogy that I can put to it. And a lot of people that are watching will be like, oh yeah, I feel like that. When you're just like, I'm struggling so much just to keep my head above water, and I'm tired and I don't want to keep going anymore.
Yeah.
But if I become happy, it almost negates the pain. Like, no, this pain is real.
Yeah.
And so I can't be happy because these things have happened to me.
Mm-hmm.
I think that we need to open up our mindset to the fact that two things can be there at the same time.
Yeah, no, Kyle, Liam's dad's actually talked about that.
Yeah.
And actually said those specific words.
Yeah.
You can be two things at the same time.
You can be happy and you can be extremely sad.
And I think negative thoughts and negativity and pain and grief and all those just emotions that keep us from getting to where we want to go, like you said about keeping your head underwater, it's your treading water.
Yeah.
In treading water, you expel far more energy and you don't go anywhere.
No.
So you're like, God, I'm so tired, but I haven't made any progress. Yeah, because you're staying in the same spot.
Yes.
So you might as well use that energy to move forward. Mm-hmm. You'll still feel sad. You'll still be dealing with the grief. You'll still be dealing with fill in the blank, but you'll be ahead of where you were.
Right.
And that goes back to the previous question you asked of you're 1% better than you were the other day.
Well, and the other thing that I think, and this pertains a lot to me, and it might just be the mentality that I had by running my studio for as many years as I did, is that, yes, did I have great people around me to learn from and everything else? Sure, 100%. There's no denying that. Did I feel like it was 100% on me every single day? Yes.
Yeah, it is to a certain extent.
Yeah. And so if there was a problem, I dealt with it. And I didn't ask for help like I should have. I didn't reach out to people. I didn't, because I did feel like it was all on me. And I think a lot of us get to that point in our lives where we think that everything has to, I have to be the one to pull myself
That's a male
out
trait.
of the water.
That's a male trait.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I would totally agree with that.
But there's always somebody willing to swim next to you.
Yeah.
That's why they in Bud's training with the SEALs, they have a swim buddy.
Yeah.
And you always know where your swim buddy is.
Right.
So,
always. Well, and again, that's, one of the main reasons why, I think for me especially, why things are going, a lot better than they have been is because of you, because there would be days. There would be days that would be really, really tough.
I get it.
And it would be weird because it was on the toughest days is when I'd get a text message from you.
Yeah.
And, and I learned through the house fire, which was, a few years ago, that it's really kind of weird whether you believe in God or the universe or whatever, but where that inspiration will come out to people saying, hey, you need to check on him.
Yeah. And I agree because I don't want to say get this feeling, but I would just get this strong pull to just be like, hey, you haven't talked to Tony in a while. Right. Send him a text.
Right.
All right, I'll send him a text.
Yeah. And it would be wild. It would be no joke, the darkest time where I'm just I can't do this anymore. I can't, I'm done. Kind of I actually had a saying, if the Grim Reaper were to come up to me, my, first words out of my mouth would have been, you're late.
Yeah. No, that's something that I definitely have noticed with you in the past. I would dare say 2 months is the dark jokes have subsided. And that's where I'm like, okay, we're making progress.
Yeah, things are getting better.
That's what we like. But yeah, always know where your swim buddy is.
Yeah, always. And
be happy.
Yeah, and
Be
be
happy
happy
for 'em.
Yeah, and if you're in a good spot,
Yeah.
if you're in a good spot, do not feel guilty. Do not feel bad about
Being in a good spot.
being in a good spot.
Yeah.
And also remember that there are people out there that are not. And again, like I'm not saying like overstretch yourself. Fantastic author. He wrote a couple of great business books. Dr. Rabbi Daniel Lapin.
I've heard of him.
Yeah, he's got a couple of books. One of them's Business Secrets According to the Bible. I mean, it's very Jewish reference to why a lot of Jewish people are a lot better off than a lot of other people.
There's a lot of jokes we could say, but we'll keep them to ourselves.
But there's a prayer service that Jewish people do at the end of Shabbat, and it's called the Havdalah service. And there's a prayer and there's a song that goes with it as you're filling this chalice with wine, and you fill it to the point of overflowing, and it overflows into this basin. And the idea, like the prayer and everything else, is that the Lord bless me with that and to overflowing.
Yeah. And
the reason for that, again, it's the same thing. Like if you're, especially from my own personal experience where I was at, this past year and a half, I was in had no capacity to help somebody else out.
Mm-hmm.
Zero. I had nothing, and if someone was like, well, I'm really struggling, it's like, I literally can't help you because there's nothing left in me. And so you have to make sure that you're okay first. It's the same thing with like being on an airplane. Put your mask on first before you help others, because if you can't breathe, it don't matter.
Yeah.
If you want to help somebody else financially, but you're struggling, then guess what? You can't help them.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry. If you want to spend more time with this other person that, family member, whoever, friend, but yet you can't spend enough time with your own family or take care of yourself how you're supposed to, you don't have the ability to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And if you recognize the fact that like, oh yeah, like I am doing, like I have got a lot of like my own personal self-confidence and everything else. I am totally chill. I don't feel like I have a lot of stress in my life. I can then share that with other people.
Mm-hmm.
Again, shout out to Danny. One of the most chill people I have like ever met, and chaos can be flying around him.
You would never know.
And you'll never know.
No.
And I think it's just, honestly, it's because like he's, built that part of him up to the point where it's like, and it's so awesome being around him because you're just like, man, like, I don't know about you, but like, I feel like I'm $1 million every time. Like every time I hang around him, I'm just like, I'm amazing. I'm awesome. Yeah. And it's not like because he's hyping me up or anything. It's just because of Danny,
Honestly, and this will happen. So just mark it.
Yeah.
We're going to bring you to an Eagles game.
Oh,
yeah. Oh,
Get him hyped.
Oh, he would love it.
Yeah.
Even though he's not a big sports guy, I think I'm bringing you. We are bringing you.
Yeah.
Shannon and I are going to bring you. But yeah, don't be ashamed of your happiness, and check on people. I believe this month is Mental Health Awareness Month. Check on people. Give your friend a call. Give your parents a call.
Yeah.
Just check on people and know that it's okay to be happy.
Yeah.
Okay. It's okay to be happy.
And happiness, and again, learned a lot. The journey's been rough, but learned a lot. You cannot rely on other people for happiness.
No. Other people cannot create your own happiness.
That's got to come straight from you.
Mm-hmm.
You can't, like, if you're like, I can't be happy because X.
Yes.
I can't be happy because this. I'm in a marriage relationship and I can't be happy because my spouse leaves the toilet seat up or doesn't do this or doesn't do that. I'm sorry. No, that's on you.
Yeah, you can be happy because of you.
Everything that you do it has to be because of you.
Mm-hmm.
Has to be because you're happy with yourself. You're happy with your position. You're happy with what you do. If you're not happy in any of those areas, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Get wrecked.
So find happiness in yourself and check on people. But moving on to our fight scene for the week. Well, hello, everybody. Well, as you can see, I look all a mess. I got my gi on. It is the end of the day, and when I look through the recording, I noticed that we did not record from the last question on. So I am here to tell you a little recap of how the rest of the show with Tony and I went. The fight scene was a T800 versus Judge Dredd, and both Tony and I have had the T800 winning 2-1. So that was the fight scene. The joke of the week, mine was Hulk, Iron Man, and Thor walk into IKEA, and then all of a sudden they yell out, "Avengers, assemble!" So, and then Tony's joke was, why don't hockey rinks have corners? And the question is because if they did, the ice would melt because that would have 90 degrees. So those are the jokes. And then our shout outs were Master Hong, Danny, the people in California for the tournament, the choir that he belongs to, and each other. We shouted out each other. So the final thoughts were check on people and don't be afraid to be happy, and just always striving to push through and keep moving, because you'll deal with storms, but it's not staying in the storm, it's pushing past it. So check on your swim buddy, as we were talking about in our questions. Sorry about the confusion. Sorry about the disheveled look. But that is what happened, unfortunately. So here's the filler for what was in on the podcast. So kick it with us next time, everybody. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.